Welcome back to Building Together. My name is Colin, and we're doing something different today. We are doing the Friends Heartlake City Community Kitchen speed build and commentary, where I will be talking a little bit about the interesting techniques, pieces, and whatnot that we convey during building. Now, when you open up this box, it's pretty well packaged. You get 5 bags, an instruction manual, some stickers, and an extra bag that has some of the large pieces. Not too much of a heavy lift in terms of builds, so let's go ahead and dive into it. Bag number 1, we've got a mini doll, Leon. Really interesting minifig. The kids like him a little bit. Moving on to this build, the Sidewalk is really interesting. We've got these orange or medium nougat round 1x2 tiles. Autumn loves these pieces. She's got a bunch of them now in her collection. I don't have much of them, so I'm a little bit envious. Also note the light nougat half rounded tiles. Those are a really nice piece to have as well, and they use some dark orange 1x2 jumper plates so that you can stand and pose minifigs or mini dolls on the sidewalk. Now we're building the big part of the store, and the first thing that jumped out to me here was this is actually a pretty decent sized set. It's about $70, really good deal I think at this point, but you really get a substantive set with it. The sidewalk is nice going all the way around. The curved aspect of that is really effectively done and provides a sleek look. I like how they're doing this doorway here using the triangle tiles and some other 45-degree angled tiles. Now building bag 2, we start seeing some of the purple pieces that are going to be used for the exterior walls. Those have some nice trim on top of them in white, and we're getting a little bit of the interior shell. So we've got some storage shelves building right here with various condiments and cooking supplies on them. This wasn't super creative in terms of a building approach compared to what we see later on in the set, but it's pretty effective overall. There are a couple of large panel pieces in this. I was surprised that we don't actually put stickers on those that we see in many other sets, but that was a pleasant surprise. We're starting to form some of the stairs, and I like how they're putting this together, a little nook for the garbage and some other things. Autumn already customized this by putting a little bit of a bed place for the cat in there. We're now getting more for the stairs, and they're really setting us up to put those pre-molded stairs in, and that's something that we'll talk about in a little bit once we get to that specific section. But the first part of the steps, just basically bricks with a 1x4 tile. This technique that we just looked at here with the white candles, really interesting how they attach those with the 1x1 modified brick with a bar on them. Really like that. Stacking these stairs, an old piece over 20 years. They came out in the Harry Potter sets back in 2001, and in tan in this set looks really nice with the dark orange and nougat bricks. We've got Churro the cat, one of Autumn's favorite parts to the set. Looks like a grumpy cat, but still a lot of character. I like these angled doors that they came out with a couple years ago. I think that looks great in this set with the dark purple door handle. We've got some lavender bricks and some windows. I think this looks really good. I'm curious to see how they put together that last wall over by the steps, but this nice storefront for the restaurant looks really good. The awnings on this side, not as impressive as the awnings that we're about to build on the other side right over here. This awning in particular, really cleverly done. I like how they set up the awning with the white pieces that we just put on there, those scroll pieces from the elf set. The darker blue and lighter blue large bow slopes make a nice overhang, and of course that's going to be where an eatery is. The sign is really cleverly done. It's not too complicated, but something that I may not have thought of if I was building something on my own. And the only drawback is really the sticker not having a printed piece, but using that Mario piece for the sticker or for the sign, I think is a good call. Now we're wrapping up some of the stairs, and I like putting this 4x4 tile along the top of this wall. It really helps it to pop a little bit, and the 4x4 tile itself looks really good on top of that facet plate. Bag 4, we get some of the interior. This is we're going to be doing a bulk of what's going on the inside. We do have Abuelita and Alba, the little granddaughter. Really fun mini doll builds. Now we get to one of my favorite builds, the sink. Check it out. We've got these little bins in that bright light orange. Now we're taking orange windows. We're going to flip them on their side. And that's going to allow us to have a sink, possibly one with suds and the other one with regular water. Plus we've got a counter space to chop up vegetables and other ingredients. We've got a little menu and cash register there on the inside, and one of Autumn's favorite pieces again, the refrigerator. We've got this nice multi-compartment bin with the door. It's a 3-width door that's similar to some of the new doors that have come out in the last couple of years, and I think it looks great, very effective. Now we're putting up the grill, and really fun build. I thought that this was a creative way of putting together the large grill. We've got some orange trim to it. We've got different stove controls on it, and then we get the stove top itself. And there's going to be some fun stuff here. Like, we're going to put this big bowl on it, but we're also adding some supplies, tomatoes for salsa. Here we have a tortilla maker. I thought this was really fun. A little press that you can put together for that. Really like that. And I think it's an effective build, something that I hadn't seen too much before. We're adorning the outside wall here with some foliage. The blue flowers, I think, are a little bit dark, juxtaposed with the dark green foliage, but I think it's okay. I like that it covers up some of those other colored bricks that are on there. And of course, adding some decor on the outside by the windows, really, really nice, and something that you would expect from really any set, modular or non-icons set. We've got these printed lime and taco pieces. We're going to see more of those in bag 5, but that's something that I noticed and definitely grabbed a couple of those extra ones from Autumn after I was done building this. Now we're putting together the stair rail, which I think is actually really interesting how they do that. It's only connected at the beginning and the end and not in the middle, but it works pretty well. And we've got this larger plate that I think they use for maybe some roads or similar style to that we're using for the roof. These arch pieces are really cool in this bright light orange. I don't have any of them in that color. I don't have many of those pieces in general. I like them a lot, and I like topping them off with these domed or these double curved 1x1 pieces. Again, a really nice build. A little tedious though, putting 20 of those on. I also really enjoyed putting together these tree and flower barrels in the purple color. The purple color I'm not a big fan of, but those pieces, using them as flower pots, I think was creative, and then using them for tree planters, also a good job there. We're creating this table. We're adding more tacos, more salsa, more limes, some soft drinks, really nice outdoor rooftop eatery, and then we've got some trees that are going to be using brown candles, some 1x1 bricks modified with studs on all 4 sides, some leaf elements. Really works well. Simple, straightforward, but effective. I'm building 2 of those, and then we're going to top that off with a strand of lights. This is something you see in a lot of Friends sets, the downtown flower and design shops, the Main Street from 2022, kind of ubiquitous with Friends sets, but when you put it all together, it looks pretty good. For $70, I like this set. Autumn really likes it. We're going to be doing a review of this set coming up in just a little bit, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Ring the bell for notifications. And hey, comment down below if you like the commentary to go along with the speed build. I think it adds a little bit more perspective as we do things. So thanks for watching. Again, subscribe, and always remember to keep building together.